Hello guys, and welcome back to another one of my commentary videos. This is one of my recent matches I had with the Hyaku Shiki Kai that I thought went really well. The build that I'm using has range damage parts on, but that's just my preference. It should be just as good to run HP parts instead of ranged if that's what you prefer. There isn't much to comment on here in the beginning except I am swapping to my bazooka first. This is usually your best combo starter since its long swap time makes comboing into it difficult. If you see a support or any pursuit without dodge roll, then try and keep your fire grenades out. The lack of a dodge roll means that they will take the full 2000 points of fire damage guaranteed. You should also try and spread your fire grenades around even on suits with dodge rolls. It adds up over the course of the game into a big chunk of damage. It's usually best to start on your anime break combos with your regular arm grenades with bazooka before going to beam boffins. This makes it way easier and more consistent. Although this suit can do great shooting damage, don't be afraid to melee either. The suit can do well in both scenarios, so it is rather flexible. In situations like this though, where an ally has better melee damage, it's best to sit back and add on damage with your own shooting rather than to get in their way. All your ranged weapons have high damage, so you should always have something to shoot with. Also remember with your fire grenades, they can set enemies on fire even if they hit a shield. So they're really generous that way. Overall, I think you have an advantage in close quarters fighting because of your shootings and stuns. You shouldn't be too brash though, since your HP is relatively low with only 17k, so you can't really take a huge beating like other suits this cost. So you should always be waiting for the ideal opportunity to move in. Although you shouldn't get in the way of your raid, you can often approach supports without much issue if you use your 2 instant stuns. You should always be careful though, because sports type advantage means it will eat right through your very low 17k HP if you mess up. So it's a risky strategy at the same time. More of the same of what I mentioned earlier. Don't get in the way of melee heavy allies up here. You can often kill enemies in one combo together if you just add on damage. Not many people notice, but if you stand completely still, your suit won't show up on the radar. In this situation here, I'm trying to make use of that to surprise the enemy as they respawn. Realistically, I should have lost this fight. It is a good example though of how high the suit's damage is. Even raids with high range defenses like the Barrel Custom will take huge damage. Although your melee damage on its own isn't the greatest at its cost, you can use either your instant stuns or beam boffins after knocking them down to get even more damage. This effectively gives you high damage even in melee range. I was trying not to take too many risks here since we were both very low HP. I don't think it ended up paying off though since he got me in the end. In this fight I missed what should have been some easy shots, but at least I was able to set Rexy Custom on fire later. This is basically your bread and butter range combo. Bazooka into beam rifle, and then you can end up your choice of either the arm grenades or beam Vulcans. It's very high damage, so always try and be looking for chances to use it. Again, don't be afraid to melee. Try and do it if nobody else is already trying to swing at them. Clashing with your allies would overall lower your damage. Against huge suits like Barrel Custom, you should always be looking for a chance to stun lock them. Even though you can't really stun lock it forever, nearby allies can add in their own stuns or damage to kill it really quickly. If my stuns were not reloading here, then I could have stun locked the support further. The best I could have really done was just side swing into delayed neutral swing for 2 stuns. Although Rexy Custom is pretty scary, if you see one flying head on at you like this, then just try and use stun build up to knock it down. If you have an ally nearby, you can easily finish it off once it gets knocked down. Again, this is similar to what I said in the beginning about stun build. Your bazooka has 60% stun accumulation, and so it only takes 7 shots from a beam Vulcan to stop raids after that one. I feel like this match went amazing overall. I didn't really melee a whole lot, but I think that was more so because I didn't want to interrupt my allies by clashing with them. It is an incredibly simple suit to use that just about anybody can pick up. I think it is effective on just about every map as well. It has such an incredibly stacked kit with basically 2 primary weapons because of the bazooka and beam rifle. Its sub-weapons all deal great damage as well. It is a well-rounded suit with no notable weaknesses other than having relatively low 17k HP. I also appreciate the feedback I got from my last commentary video. I lowered the in-game audio even further for this match, but feel free to leave further constructive criticism in the comments below. As always, thank you very much for watching.